and thank you for coming to today's GIC talk. My name is Kim Woo-yu, the host of today's GIC talk. Before we get started, please turn off your cell phone or click on silent mode. Thank you. Today's GIC talk is entitled Chung Culture in the Eye of Bangladeshi. Today's speaker, Dr. Soumitra Kundu, will talk about Korea's Chung Culture. He will share what kinds of problems he faced, and how did he overcome them. For this GIC talk, if you have any questions, please write them in the small sheet of paper you are given when you first arrived. One of our volunteers will collect it from you during the GIC talk. Dr. Kundu will have had a chance to answer your question during the Q&A portion, which is led by one of our investigating volunteers. Now, without any further hesitation, please welcome Dr. Soumitra Kundu with a big round of applause.
Hello, everybody.
Hey.
Namaste. Welcome to this talk, and thank you for coming today. And really, it could be you, because this day is raining, and you come here really thankful to come here. And especially thanks to GIC, who arranged this program to talk, give me an opportunity to talk in front of you. So many thanks to the GIC. Doesn't work. You can see here that now I'm going to talking about the Chung culture in the eye of the Bangladeshi. So, yes, I'm from Bangladesh and I'm a Bangladeshi. And I'm going to talk. I'm going to talk about my situation about like this. Whenever I was in here first time in Korea, how I struggled in the beginning and how it became this mood today nowadays. It has so many steps to come this day. So I'm gonna share with my feelings with you, and I wanna say about how the people of Gwangju and how's the Korea. So that will be related with the Chung culture. Actually, as I heard and learned from the Korean and from other people, the Chung culture is related with something sharing. Not by yourself. If happens something, they can share together. They can learn. They can enjoy. If somebody dies, then the people come together and share their sorrows. If somebody have something to enjoy, they come together and enjoy together. And I found something related with that things in my life in Korea and Gwangju. So it doesn't work. So before to talk about my situation, I'm gonna give you the short description about my country. So do you have any idea where's the Bangladesh? Anybody? Do you know about the Bangladesh?
Brother.
Pardon?
Brother.
What? Okay, yeah, thank you. It's sometimes in the rainy season we have too much rain, so sometimes it's flooded. And do you know where it is located in the world? Where is the Bangladesh?
Central Asia.
East Pakistan.
Before liberation.
East Pakistan.
Okay, and it's really near to the India. Yeah. So look at here, the PowerPoint. You can see that the official name of my country is the People's Republic of Bangladesh. And what's the capital city of my country? Dhaka. Okay. And how about the population? So how about the area in my country? It's 1 point bigger than the Korea. 1.5. Anyway, look at here. I can say easily, my country is 1.5 than Korea area. I'm talking about the area. And about the population, it's 3 times than Korea. So how in Korea maybe the 60 million. So in my country it's 156 million. So 3 times more than the Korea. And in my country, we have a religion. We have 4 religions, especially Islam, and Hinduism, Buddhism, and Christian. So you can see here, 88% are Muslims. Then the 10% are Hindus, and the Buddhism and remain the Christian. Actually, the 30 years ago, the Hinduism were like this, the 30 to 35%. But now they are skipping the Bangladesh and they are going to India or some other countries. And day by day, the Islam is increasing. And the temperature, if you see the temperature, in winter, in my country, the lowest temperature is 11, and in the highest is 20. And in summer, it's 40, sometimes more than 40, and the lowest is 21. So, is there any snow in my country? Is there any snow? Snow? No, we don't have any snow in my country, because look at here, that the lowest temperature is 11 here. And look at one more thing. This is the per capita in my country. If you compare with the Korea, so Korea is $28,000 per year per capita average, and where is the Bangladesh is the only $1,284 per capita. So this is the real difference between the Korea and the Bangladesh. Now we're gonna see the Bangladesh, the world map. Where's the Bangladesh and where's the Korea? Can you click please? Yeah, this is the Bangladesh.
Wow.
It's not working very well. Okay.
Oh, I thought that was cool.
Yeah, this is the Bangladesh, and this is, what is it? Korea. Very good. And would you please? We need only 7 hours to go from Korea to Bangladesh to Korea. But unfortunately, we don't have one plane. We cannot go by one plane. We have to go by some countries like this. Sometimes we have to go by Singapore, by China, by Malaysia, Thailand, and in other countries. So it takes at least 10 hours from Korea to Bangladesh to Korea, if you want to go. And look at here, this is the Bay of Bengal. There's the sea side of my lower part of my country. And here is this one is the India, and she was talking about the Pakistan. The upper side is the Pakistan. Now I can share with my about me. Actually, people when talk here, I have seen that they share their idea, innovation, or something like this. But now today, I am going to say you about me and the people of Gwangju. Just this one. So I'm really nervous because people actually talk about they share their ideas and any other things, but I'm just going to tell my story. So thank you for coming here, and I really apologize to tell my story to you. So actually, I am a middle class student. Like this, not very good and not very bad. My position was like the middle when I was a student of the middle school, high school, and the university. And my family was the lower middle class in terms of income. I'm not my father is very poor. He is a very poor businessman. But my dream was, I want to be a chartered accountant in my country. And I also have a dream that I will go to abroad for study. But when I finished my MBA, after finishing my MBA, I cannot join to the chartered accountant company because I have to earn the money because of my family. So I leave the chartered accountant and join to the company. But that time, my second dream, it was in my head always that I have to go to the overseas for a study. But the problem was that I'm a middle class student and my father is a poor. So who want to go to the abroad, they are usually the brilliant student, usually go to the abroad for the study, like by the scholarship if they want to go. But in terms of the middle class student, it's very hard to get a scholarship anywhere in the world. So if you don't get the scholarship, if you want to go abroad, then you need your father's money. But that case, my father has no money to support me to overseas study. But I didn't forget my dreams. I tried when I worked in a company Then I mailed to several professors in the world. Then I wanted to PhD in your supervision. That time, I got a great man in my life who responds to me that you can do your PhD under my supervision. He is my professor. He was my professor, Professor Soumitra Kundu. Now he is in America, but before he was the professor in Chung National University. And he gave me the response that you can do under my supervision. Then I was really happy in the world that at least I got the response from one professor. But there is a problem. He said that I cannot support you by money. If you want to come here, you have to expend your own money. You have to give a tuition fees by yourself. And you have to, if you have to living, you have to expense your living costs by your own money. Then I said, yes, I can do. I will do. Please give me an opportunity to study in Korea. Usually, the underdeveloped countries people go to the overseas for study who don't do the scholarship. They can do a part-time job like this. In my country, Bangladesh, the students who doesn't have the scholarship, if they want to go outside for study in abroad, usually they do a part-time job, like the hotel and any other job. Usually they go to England, Canada, Australia, and any other countries. So that time I feel maybe if I go to the Korea for study, then I can do that kinds of job. But the situation was very, very different from my thinking. When I was here, 2009, it was very great to get a job anywhere as a part-time. That time, it was the day 6 when I was in Korea, in front of my dormitory in the Chung National University. I was thinking, what should I do? Because before coming to Korea, the professor said that I have to give the tuition fees that time. And I promised to my professor, please give me my money in favor of me. I will be back here whenever I will be in Korea. But my father couldn't manage the money that time. I just arrived in Korea by $1,000. And then from the $1,000, I get the dormitory fee for $600. But I have remained only $400. But my tuition fee was like $2,000 that time. So I couldn't share, that time I didn't share with my professor. But that time, after 6 days, I was thinking, what should I do now? Should I go back to my country or should I stay in Korea? After a few days, I go to my supervisor, Professor Yoon. Professor Yoon, my situation is like this. I couldn't manage your money to give you. Then I called, and before that, I called my uncle. My uncle is a government officer in my country, he's a very good officer. I called him, and I share my situation, like my situation is like this now. Then he borrowed me $2,000, and he said, you should stay there, you have to complete your PhD there. And from when I got the $2,000, I met my professor. And when I met the professor, I said, Professor, now I managed $1,000 for you. So would you please take it and I'll give you later. And I share my situation with my professor. The professor said, okay, all right, so give me my $1,000 and you don't have to give me another $1,000. And say, if you will be good for study, then I will arrange a scholarship for my businessman. Yeah, his name is Lee Sang-sol. And my professor and this businessman is a really good friend. They have a good friendship. And my professor shared my situation with this businessman. And that businessman assured that he will provide my tuition fees. That time, tuition fees are managed, but how about the living cost? In my long journey in Korea, because before you see that my country's per capita is $1,000, whereas the Korea is $28,000. So PhD for at least 4 to 5 years. So how can I manage? How can I stay here for a long time? I was thinking like this. So I made that time several people, please give me a part-time job. I made the other many people. But it is really, that 2009, it was very bad year in the world. As you know, the economic finance crisis that time, our world. So whenever I was meeting the several people, then I got one Bangladeshi. And he was an illegal worker in Gwangju. And he managed a part-time for me, but he said to me, I have to pay the manager $5 from my part salary. And I said, yes, okay, I can do, no problem. Because I need the money. I can do. And from that, I go to the company, into the odd job, the worker do. As a PhD student, then I visited, work as a part-time job in an odd job. So after 15 days, I got that money and I paid the 75,000 won to that manager. Yeah, 7 months later, like this happening, I'm working here and there. After 7 months, one of my Bangladeshi, his name is Ahmed Tohin. He said that Professor Kim Jae-jong is looking for a foreigner to recommend for the Rotary Plus scholarship. Then I met with him, and he said, "Could you please?" He said, "You were late." Oh, so what happened? Then I said, "Professor, my wife also is living in my country, and he is finished. She's finished her MBA from my university. So from the next semester, if you recommend for her to get the scholarship, she can be with me here." And that time the professor said, "Okay, I will try my best." And really, he kept his word. And the next semester, the professor recommended my wife for the Rotary Plus scholarship. And then my wife come Korea, and this is the woman, is my professor's wife. She's also a really great man, because she has a friend here who has a kindergarten in her Gwangju. She heard from the professor Kim Jae-jong, like my situation is like this. Then she said to the professor, "Okay, maybe she can work in the kindergarten. The baby like this, who will take care of the babies as a part-time." Then, 10th month later, I was working in a company. I was working in like this building company or job, and I was resting like this after lunch period. That I got a golden call from the professor Kim Jae-jong. And he just told me that owner of the kindergarten, she called to his wife to visit her kindergarten. Please. That time, I met with the kindergarten's principal, and she assured me she hired my wife to take care of the kids as a part-time worker. And that time, me and my wife visited that kindergarten together. And I don't know why she chose me. She gave me a question. "Do you know how to swim?" Look at this. And just in front of my house, there's a pond. And there's the ground to playground, and then my high school is here, just in front of my home. So what should be the answer? Yes, I can. Why not? I said, yes, I can. And when I said yes, she said, you will be a swimming teacher in my kindergarten. Do you know that times, what the situation in my mind that time? I was flying in the sky. Oh, now we both are having job in Korea. Yeah, that time I was swimming. After we talked 2 or 3 months later, I was teaching the kids to swim. But the problem was that I don't know how to teach the swim. I don't know how to teach the swim. You know the Bangladeshi man, one man said that the flood, that means everywhere the water. So anybody can swim in my country. But they don't have to learn the grammar. Just go there and swim like this. But if you want to teach this kindergarten or somewhere, you need to the grammar. How to teach the kids to swim. But she didn't ask me, do you know how to teach the swim? She just asked me, do you know how to swim? And I said yes, and she hired me. It was not my fault. But because I need the job that time. And then she didn't kick me. She didn't fire me. She said that the kids like you. So you can teach in my kindergarten with the other Korean swimmer teacher. You will be the helper of the Korean swimming teacher. So after 1 year, she looked that really kids like me, and I can play with the kids. And she gave me another opportunity. That you will play and sing with the kids. You don't have to teach the swim. You don't have to teach the English. You just play and sing with the kids. Oh my goodness. Yes, look at, will you click this here? No, here. Yes. If it's possible, okay, otherwise you can pass it. Yeah, that time I was teaching song and chant. There's the 5 years, 6 years, and 7 years, 4 to 7 years kids. Yeah, chant. Like the song and chant, they you know the how to say it, like this apple land. This is the apple A, right? It's a banana ball. Cook, cat. They can learn like this. Like the donut dog. Like the E, how to say A elephant, like this. A elephant. Fly, fish. There's such kinds of things I had with the kids that time. Okay, pass it please. Will you? At 2000, in that time, I made the several professor, and I also talked with my situation with the several professors in my business administration. There's a 7 or 6, 8 professors. That time I knocked at every professor's door. Maybe sometimes some professor have this scholarship they can share with me. That time, at 2010, I got a golden card from the Professor Choi. He just called me and said me, please send your resume and certificates. I'm going to recommend you for the Rotary Club scholarship. Because that time, he was the head of the finance department, and he was standing in the same building where is the chancellor, the head of my university, Vice Chancellor. BC was there. Actually, BC recommended the Rotary Club scholarship, but BC called my professor to please give me a student that I can recommend for him for the Rotary Club scholarship. That time, he just gave me a call. And I gave him my documents. And really, I got the Rotary Club scholarship. This is the man. This is the man who gave each semester for 4 foreigners Rotary Club scholarship, paid Ushiman, like $1,500 per semester. he is giving in Gwangju as a Rotary Class scholarship. And he, wait a minute please, and before I told, Professor Kim Jae-jeon also recommended for my wife as a Rotary Class scholarship. It's the same man giving the money for both of us. Really, I'm very grateful to him. And I got another call from 2012. The professor Chung Young-gi, he called me. Chung Young-gi, yes, yeah, Chung Young-gi. That time he was the chairman of my department, and just gave a call me, Kundu, we selected you for the BK20 scholarship. Really, it was my golden time that time. And I got it at that time. But unfortunately, it is 2013. My professor had to go to America for that, because he got another opportunity in the USA. And he lived that time, the Korea. Really, it was the end of my time for the PhD life. But he lived, unfortunately, suddenly. Then he introduced another great man in my life who helped me a lot to get PhD degree. Though he didn't help me in financial, but he helped me a lot to get a PhD degree in Korea. After PhD, it is very difficult to stay in Korea. You have to leave if you don't have a job. How can I find a job in Korea? Even though the Koreans have no job here, how can I find in Gwangju? If it is so, maybe sometimes it's possible if you know some people, or if you. So I was looking for a job to stay in Korea. That time, look at here, the Mukul Boshu and the Soil Gun. This is the Korean and this is the Indian Korean. By those two wonderful people, I met another great man in my life. Is Mr. Yoon. They introduced me with him, and he hired me. Presently, I am working in his company. Because the handbag company have the branch in my country. They are working in my country. So he said, okay, maybe he can help me, and he hired me. So because of this great man, now I am standing here. Otherwise, I have to leave the Korea after PhD. So before I talk this slide, I just talked about me, my PhD, how I was and how I completed my PhD by the help of the Gwangju people. I don't want to say the Korean people. I want to just say Gwangju people. How did I get help from the Gwangju? Then look at me, and I'm going to talk about my daily life in Gwangju. This is my daughter. She's going to the kindergarten. I made the kindergarten principal and I saved my situation. We are a foreigner here. Actually, the Korean gave the subsidies from the Korean government. But foreigners, they don't get the subsidies from the Korean government for the kindergartens and any like this. If the Koreans send the kids to kindergarten, they have to pay just $80,000 won. But in case of foreigner, they have to pay $330. That means they have to pay at least from 5 to 7 until 7 years. They have to pay to the kindergarten. Then I made the principal and I talked about my situation, and she is giving me 30% discount. And this man, she's also from the Gwangju people. Look at this. This is the baby hospital. This hospital is free for my daughters, 2 daughters. Presently, I have 2 daughters. If I visit them, they don't take the money from me. Fully free. This hospital. My mom is right now in Korea, and she has a toothache. And I visited this hospital, this man's hospital. This is the doctor. Mr. Park, this hospital and visited, and he treated my mom. But when I leave the hospital, the receptionist charged me. She said, "Me, you have to pay the money." Yes, I paid. But he heard the sound from the inside, and that time he's saying to another woman, "Please don't take the money from him." So this hospital also free for me. This is the love I get from the Korean people, Gwangju people. Look, this is 80 years plus old woman. Whenever I go to the market, I should visit her. I should. Because she always tries to do in favor of me. Tries to give some more. Always try to give some more. And whenever I will visit her shop, really she's very happy face in front of us, shows us. It's not so far, you know the Bangladeshi. Yeah, every Saturday and Bazaar day, she sits there. And if we need, then we visit her. She always tries to give more. Look at this fisherman. He knows that we are living in a tiny apartment. We don't have the big knife and anything to cut the fish. Usually, we Bangladeshi people eat fish like this small size, make the curry. And we have to make some process before to make the curry. Though, he knows that we don't have this size, because we are living in a small room, we don't have the big knife. So when he visit there, maybe we visit it once in a week, his shop. And he always cut the fish and do everything. We got just the, all of everything cut and processing, then we can cook food from. So, and he also tries to give in favor of something more. Like this, if it is the price is 15,000, he always take from us like the 12,000 or 10,000. He always try to give us the discount. And this man also from Gwangju. This is the one part of Gwangju. Wait, back please. Do you know what is it? Potatoes. Yeah. Just 3 weeks ago, I was in the market to buy potatoes. But I have ability to expend by just 10,000 mana. I asked the old man, "Do you have potato?" And she said, "Yes." I said to her, "I can give you, I have 10,000 to buy one box potato." And she doesn't have. She said, "No. I have this one, 20,000. And I will give you 2,000 discount. So you have to pay the 18,000 man. But I say, I don't have any money, so how can I give you the 1,000? Then she said, "Okay, please give me the man also." "Oh, so sorry, please." Then I try to skip that shop. And she was trying, maybe I can find the man box. But she didn't find. Then she said, "Okay, give the money and we take the box." This is the real warm hearted Gwangju. Then I took a picture with her like this. She's the woman. So not only this the fish and the potatoes and other things. When we visit somewhere, really, I don't know how, but I get something in favor of me. Whenever an operator. Could you please press? Look at them. What is it? The title is In the Bus Number 27. What happened there? This is the simple woman? Is it? No. She's a pregnant woman, right? And someone is sitting in the seat, right? Whenever like this 2014 or 2015 like this, it was the 2015 like the January or February. I was coming back from my workplace in the bus number 27. And I was sitting like this in the bus. And in front of this pregnant woman come in front of and just standing by of me. And what should I do that time? I said, please you may sit here. And I stand there. And when I leave the bus, she first leave the bus, and she just asked me, may I have your telephone number? I just gave her. I didn't say anything. After weeks, he called me and said, many thanks for giving me that seat. May we eat together? And I said, yes, why not? Just come to my home. Look at it. That time, my wife was also pregnant. Back please. Yeah, that time the same is. This one is the same. Whenever she was pregnant, this one. And that time, my wife was the pregnant. And then my second kid here. And they visited 2 weeks ago in my home. And they were playing like this. Look, the whole family together. Can you imagine the heart of the people of the country? This is the real heart, I think. They just visited and played with me and brought us lots of gifts for us. I didn't imagine. Why? I said, just asked, why did you bring all of these things? No need. But she said, hey, we may share together. We can enjoy together everything. Okay? Now she's my good friend. Look at here. Do you know who is my mom here? Can you say which one is my mom? Picture 1 and picture 2. Which one is my mom? This is the Korean woman, 70 or 80, 70 plus. Before my mom arrived in Korea, I visited one village with my Korean friend. That time, his mom was very happy to see my face, and like this, we are both that time we are very happy that time, and just he hugged me together. This is the real love. And this is my mom after arriving at Korea. She's now living with me us. So why I'm showing this picture? The people love me from their heart. That's why I'm showing. Will you please? So I want to say, we are the happiest family in the world. Anyway, we are living in Gwangju. Look at here. Advice from a taxi driver. I was in the Seoul to receive my mom at the Incheon. Before Incheon, I took a taxi. And I was talking, he was a little talkative and he was trying to talk with me. We are talking like that time, how the world can be developed. And just he gave me an advice, whenever and wherever you stay, you feel that it's your country. Just from a taxi driver. Then I had to take a picture from him, take a picture of him. I am living in Korea, and one Korean said to me, it's your country, so what do you feel then? If you go to India or Bangladesh, if the Bangladeshi people say, it's your country, what's the feeling that time? So I feel that, yes, maybe I will be Korean. It's my world, it's my country. So I took a picture of him that I can memory all my life, whole my life him. Though I don't know if maybe in future or not, I can meet with him or not, but I can see him. Because you also can see him. So in my life, I can memory the picture. So I think that Korean or the people of Gwangju are like this. If one family, they have a wife, they don't say my wife. They say we wife. Ne wife, they don't say ne wife. They say we wife, but our wife. That doesn't mean that all of the people's wife. The family's wife. if some like this in a family have one kid, he or she say, "우리 아빠, 우리 엄마." My father, they don't say my father, my mother. Just say 우리 아빠, 우리 엄마. That's our father, our mother. So many things like this, I think that they have a clear understanding that Korean always been concerned the inter-community, not for by themselves. Just they think about the whole of the community, the people, which is related with the Chung culture. And Chung culture is related with the, I heard from this, it's like the Shamanism, that people, Shamanism is like this. If in a village, if somebody lost their relatives, they come together and share their sorrows together. So the Chung culture is like this. They share together something. Don't consume by yourself. So I found in Gwangju that people try to share. They try to share their sorrows. If they have enjoyed, they try to like this come together and they try to enjoy it together, not by self. So that was my concept, and I got in Korea. But still now, I had dream. I will be a chartered accountant in the future. Though I'm 34 years old right now, I will be. And I am to give a talk, you know, the TED.com. Maybe, yeah, this is the international people, they have a talk there. But I don't know, I will be or not, but it's my dream to give a talk there about the bad cycle of microcredit. Maybe if somebody know about the microcredit, maybe they can understand the words. It is the business term, and underdeveloping countries, it's a business, one kind of business, I think that. Though, for this microcredit, my country's, Dr. Yunus got the Nobel Prize for this, but I want to try to find out what's the lack of this microcredit right now. So it's my future dream, and what I want to work for people. And thank you for coming today to give your valuable time here. Thank you, everybody.